Did you ever notice narcissists don't want you to have friends? They don't want you to have friends that you're close to, and they don't want you to be close to your family. And what they're trying to do is isolate you so they can be in control. And they do it very slowly. If you've been with them for any length of period, you probably noticed this. But all of a sudden, they'll say little things like, you know, I don't think your friends like me, and, and so you just kind of go, no, they like you, it's all good. And or maybe you'll have them over, a couple of friends over or whatever, and they will sit there and just be miserable, pout and not smile, not join into the conversation or anything, and your friends start feeling uncomfortable. So eventually they just quit coming by. They may still call and that kind of thing, but then you'll notice that if you're on the phone with them, the narcissist will make it really uncomfortable for you. They'll either start talking to you immediately to where you can't hear what your friend's saying, and you're like, let me call you back, and then they'll shut up and you're like, well, what the heck? What did you want? And so they just make it really uncomfortable for you to have your friends over, and your friends feel uncomfortable around this person because of the way that person is treating them. And the same with your family. So they want to spend all the time with their friends and their family, but after a while they'll start saying stuff like, I don't like the way you're I have an adult kid, so your son is looking at me, or I don't like the way he doesn't say hi, or something like that. And and you sit there and go, what are you talking about? And it's like, so you go and you talk to, your family member, whoever they're picking on at the day, it's different ones during the day. So, but you go over there and you talk to him and you go, hey, can you be a little nicer? He feels uncomfortable. And they look at you like with this puzzled look, like, what are you talking about? So now they're upset. They don't want to be around this person because they're lying about him. And so it's like this big old thing. And you're trying to keep the peace, wondering what's going on. Well, eventually it gets to be like that. And so then you find that you're spending all the family functions with their family, or in their friends. And then after a while, you'll also realize that even if you make friends, like say couple friends or something like that, because the narcissist will actually make up lies, with this smear crap, then let's say like the woman, the wife of the friend, she'll all of a sudden start believing this crap, and you'll notice that they shy away, so they don't want to talk to you either. And then pretty soon you end up like feeling so alone and by yourself, and you're wondering why, and even if they do keep going to your family functions, like say Christmas or Easter or something like that for dinner, and you take them, and they'll, like, you split it up, one for this one and one for that one, and then you go to your families, and they're just sitting there like a bump on a log. Or they'll go actually outside when everybody's inside and just be totally antisocial. But then you go to their family and they're just interactive and happy and wonderful, and you're like, wow. Well, that gives a really bad impression to your family, number one, and to your friends, so again, they don't want to be around them. So now you find yourself, the only time you see your friends or family is either when they're working or they're not around, and maybe you'd have to even go out to lunch to even see them, but you can't go, they can't come over anymore because they don't like to be around the miserable person. So it starts to isolate you. And so you'll find that less and less are you seeing your friends, talking on the phone with them, or, and it breaks down your support system. So you have nobody to go to talk to about the things that are happening in your relationship. And that's the way the narcissist wants it, because they want you to feel like you're crazy. They want you to feel like it's all your fault. And they know that if you discuss it with somebody that's close to you, they'll tell you that that man's bad, get away from him, And so they're preventing to do this, and that's the reason why. So they love to isolate you, and it starts out slowly, but eventually you'll find yourself very, very alone, and it's harder and harder to leave because you are alone. Oh, and please, if you like this content and want to support my channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you.